Hello and welcome from across the multiverse. Today I will be looking at the three-parter Superman comic book adventure called Superman Smashes the Klan. The Lee family move from Chinatown to Metropolis. There they're met with hatred from the Klan of the Fiery Cross. The family tries to integrate but are thwarted at every attempt. But there are allies. Chuck, the nephew of the Klan's Grand Scorpion, who's confused as to where his loyalties lie, Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane of the Daily Planet, and of course Superman, who's represented here by his Golden Age appearance where he runs and jumps but can't fly. What starts off as a nod to the past, when Superman was a crusader for the poor against big business, ends up being much more, as he wants to blend in as much as he can so as not to be a target for racism himself. And with the ghosts of his Kryptonian parents advising him, this is a journey of discovery for Superman as much as it is for Chuck and, of course, the Lee family. This is a strong three-parter. That it needs to be told today is worrying, but if it needs to be, then so be it. We basically get two stories which are interwoven more than one would initially suspect. The story is set in the Golden Age period of DC Comics, and as I've said, this means that Superman's powers are limited. He can jump, he can run, he has super strength, but, for example, he can't fly. It is refreshing to see a more limited Superman in action. But there's more to this, as he sees the ghost of his Kryptonian parents and helps to understand his heritage and where he comes from. And then added to this, you get the Lee family and their struggles to be accepted as normal Americans, something which binds them together. And this is as much a vehicle for Jimmy Olsen as he befriends the Lee family, though Lois Lane is somewhat muted. We see the struggles. Tommy Lee tries to blend in at school, even making racist jokes at his own expense to fit in. His sister Roberta is missing her friends in Chinatown where they used to live, and she is finding it hard to fit in. And then there's Chuck. As I said, Chuck is the nephew of the Grand Scorpion. He comes from a family of bigots, and yet he has come to accept the Lees as just ordinary people, which they are. But where will his divided loyalties take him? Well, Superman does have some advice. As I say, it's not just the Lees who are trying to fit in. Roberta is aware that Superman himself isn't being his full self in order to try and fit in. And so she offers him some advice. And as a result of this, we start to see Superman fly and become more the Superman that we know today. Overall, this is a good book on belonging and has powerful messages, but it is also a good action story, and I would thoroughly recommend it. And that's my thought on this story. Have you read it? If so, did you like it? Not? I'd be interested in your views. And until next time, may your news be good news and happy times and places. Farewell.